War's on, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a look at the Transformers trading card game. You see, I've made my beginner's guide to a few games. They've gone down rather well, but I've not yet made my beginner's guide for the Transformers trading card game, and that is a game I'm very fond of. So if you're just getting into the game, hopefully this will help. If you're into the game already, hopefully this will give you some lovely nostalgic thoughts. And if you're not into the game, hopefully I can convince you. So what is the Transformers trading card game? Well, it is a trading card game. It launched back in September 2018, the day before my birthday. And it is a trading card game based on the Transformers license. Now, the thing that makes it easy here is that Transformers is owned by Hasbro, and Wizards of the Coast make the game, and Wizards of the Coast are owned by Hasbro. I've seen some rumours lately that Hasbro might not renew the license for Wizards of the Coast. I feel fairly confident that's not going to be a problem. Now, the real hook of the game is the cards. We've got big character cards. They are about twice the size of a regular card, though there are some promos like Omega Supreme, who are even larger. Again, we call them Titan-size cards. There have been a couple of them in the past, and they are even bigger again. When you see them in action, they're kind of a bit silly, but I mean that with all the love for this game in the world. You then also have a deck of battle cards, which is far more like your regular trading card game. You open packs, you build a deck of 40 cards, though it could be more, there's no upper limit, and you have actions that do stuff and upgrades to make your characters better. And we'll go through the basic rules in a minute, but the general theory of the game is you transform your character cards. Yeah, that's right, they're double-sided. And you go from character bot to character vehicle or dinosaur. Gotta love some of that Grimlock. And then you just smash each other's robots until you go ahead and win. Now, in terms of the rarity, it is more confusing than your average game. Now, in terms of character cards, you've got common, uncommon, rare, and super rare. Super rare are indeed super rare. Back in Wave 1, the odds of pulling a super rare were roughly 1 in 79 packs. Booster boxes have 30 packs, so you're talking about 2.5 boosters per super rare. Since then, the odds have dropped to about 1 in 50. Now, in terms of battle cards, we again have common, uncommon, and rare. And every pack you buy gets you one rare battle card. But when we got to Wave 3, things started getting a little bit more complicated. If you buy a Wave 1 or Wave 2 booster pack, you get one large character card, and you get 7 battle cards, one of which is guaranteed to be a rare. You don't get holo battle cards in packs. But if you buy a Wave 3 or 4 booster pack, then you get yourself one large character card, one little character card, and 6 battle cards, one of which is guaranteed to be a rare. And it is also worth noting that when it comes to small character cards, they are only common or uncommon. We don't get rares. See, I told you it was a little bit more complicated than your average game. Now, there have been 4 expansions so far. We've had the base set, Rise of the Combiners, War for Cybertron Siege 1 and War for Cybertron Siege 2. I'm not going to go into great detail here. I've done a buyer's guide for the Transformers trading card game, so I will let you peruse that at your leisure. I'll pop a link in the description. That really goes into which products to buy and which ones are the best. This is just an intro. The most recent set was War for Cybertron Siege 2 that was released in November 2019. And the next set coming out, we don't have really any news about it, but we have been told it is releasing in April 2020. Now, this would probably be a good time to note there is no set release schedule. So whereas, say, the Pokemon trading card game releases a set on the first Friday of February, May, August and November, and Keyforge releases a new set in May and November, Transformers have never actually released an expansion. Through the first 5, they will never have released 2 expansions in the same calendar month, even, a year or 2 apart, which is a little bit strange. It's not fixed like it is in some games. Now, there are a bunch of promos and stuff that you need to be aware of when it comes to the Transformers TCG. Again, if you want a complete rundown of all of them, that's what the buyer's guide is there for. But essentially, we have starter sets, which give us exclusive character cards which can't be found elsewhere, but the battle cards are reprinted, but still you get essentially one deck to play with, or to split in half and learn to play with two people. We then get, I suppose, constructed decks would be the best way to put it. Things like the Metroplex deck, where you literally buy a deck for Metroplex. And it's the only place to get Metroplex, and you get everything you need in the box, but you do also get a couple of exclusive battle cards in there, as well as exclusive character cards. And we also do have promo cards as well. Around the release of every new set, we tend to get one promo card, a release day promo if you will, which cannot be found elsewhere. So in Wave 4, it was Nightbird, for instance. Now, in terms of the basic rules, we're not going to go into a huge amount of detail here, but generally speaking, the character cards have star values, and you have to make a team comprising of up to 25 stars. Doesn't have to be exact, has to be up to 25 stars. Now, there are actually battle cards that cost stars now, and there is a single battle card, Ultra Magnus Armor, which actually costs 2 stars. And this is a way of making you really think about your team. Are you going to play 2 big characters? Are you going to play something like Metroplex, which is 25 stars on its own? There are a couple of little characters in there that kind of break the rules. Or are you going to go for a very small deck? Something like the Devastator deck is actually 1 big character made up of 6 little characters. Now, as well as a team of 25 stars, you also have a deck of 40 cards made up of actions and upgrades. Actions do something, so like Zap drops 1 damage onto a character, or Ramming Speed removes an upgrade, whereas upgrades make your characters more powerful. So something like Ion Blaster of Optimus Prime, it's for Optimus Prime only, but it will increase both your attack and your defense. Now, every turn you get to transform one of your characters, that is, flip it to its other side, use 1 action, attach 1 upgrade, and attack. And you'll notice that the cards actually have pips or battle icons in the corner. And when you attack, you add up your attack with any upgrade bonuses, and then you flip 2 battle cards, and you add any orange icons to your attack total. Your opponent then defends, adding up their natural defense with any defense bonuses they've got from upgrades, etc. And they flip 2 battle cards, adding their blue icons to their defense. And then the difference between that is a damage that is done. If enough damage is done to take away all your health, you're KO'd. When all of your characters are KO'd, you lose the game. Yes, of course, there are ways to flip more cards when you're attacking or defending, and there are other pips, for instance, white pips, that let you flip an extra 2 cards, but it only works with the first white pip that you actually flip. Now, in terms of organised play and proper organised tournaments, we don't have a huge amount in the Transformers trading card game. PPG Pro Play Games are actually running some over in the US with decent prizes. Outside of that, we've really just had a couple of big tournaments in the US, one at Gen Con and one at Origins, and we had a decent sized tournament in the UK as well. This all led up to the Energon Invitational in December of last year, which was not really the World Championships, but it was the closest that we had, and you could either qualify, every store was allowed to hold 1 tournament to send someone to the Energon Invitational, or you could place highly in one of the other tournaments I've just mentioned, and that would get you an invite to play at the Energon Invitational. Of course, there is an awful lot more to the Transformers trading card game, but when I'm getting into a new game, I want to know, right, what products are out there? What do the booster packs look like? How do rarities work? How does the game play? Are there exclusive promos, etc. I need to go and run after? And what is there in terms of tournaments? When I'm getting into a game, those are the basic questions I want answered, so that's what I've tried to answer in this video. If, of course, you have any extra questions about the game after having watched and listened, do please go and drop a comment down below, and either myself or one of the other lovely people here will get get to and answer it rather shortly. And I will pop a whole bunch of links in the description of how to play, a buyer's guide, things of that nature. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think. Have you played the game? Are you just getting into the game? Let me know. Tell me your thoughts. Go nuts in the comment section, but please do remember the rule. Be nice, would you? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, where we talk Transformers and other games, and do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.